Have you been wondering what graphics card you should buy next?
Well, in today's video, we're going to go over our best budget GPU options for the end of 2023. Prices are continually dropping on graphics cards, and there's a ton of options for you budget gamers out there. But before we dive into today's video, let's hear a word from today's sponsor.
Today's video is brought to you by the Zima Blade, an x86 single-board computer that functions as a personal local server. This mini computer is easily customizable with up to 16 gigabytes of DDR3L RAM, comes with an integrated 32 gigabyte eMMC chip, and so many accessories to choose from to build out the perfect home server. The Zima Blade also comes preloaded with Casa OS, an OS perfect for those looking to build out a NAS, start media streaming, or even use this device for retro gaming. The choice is yours with the Zima Blade. With a very competitive starting price point and tons of accessories to build out the perfect home server, and for those interested in building out a home lab, check the links in the description down below and check out the Zima Blade today. And big thanks again to Zima Blade for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get into the video, shall we?
So the first GPU is going to be the RX 580 2048 Stream processor, which is basically a RX 570 8GB, and these cards are awesome because you can find them at every single retailer brand new for around $60 to $80, and if you kind of want a legit 580, you can even go on eBay and just get a normal 584 8GB for around $80 to $100 as well. But we love this card because you get lots of VRAM, it can work in almost any PC because you don't have to have something crazy like a Gen 4x16 slot, and they're also just really good looking cards. These are great because you can use them in a wide variety of system, whether it's something like an old Optiplex with a 2nd or 3rd gen i5, all the way up to a brand new 12th gen or 13th gen i3 system, which is really what we recommend. Something like a 4-core 8-thread. You know, you don't want to go too high-end with this GPU, but it will be good for 1080p esports and some light AAA titles.
Now, a slight step up from these graphics cards is the 1660/1660 Super, which is mainly a really good deal on the used market, but occasionally you can find them for good prices as well, $100 or less on AliExpress or, well, other retailers like Amazon, but most of the time they will be marked up. So the best place to buy these are eBay used, and dive into AliExpress if you want to get one of those remade cards. The best feature for these cards compared to the 580s is they do come with the NVENC encoder, so you're able to get into live streaming if you want to and have a slightly better experience than something like a 580. While yes, you are spending a bit more money, you will get a little bit less VRAM compared to the 580s, only 6 gigs, but from our experience, these cards are still very capable of 1080p gaming and even 1440p esports title gaming if you want to, and really for the price you can't beat them. And all in all, it's an NVIDIA card. A lot of you out there prefer to buy NVIDIA over AMD, regardless of how many times we recommend the 580. The 1660 is an NVIDIA card that is very affordable and will get you into the NVIDIA ecosystem. And if you are going to buy one of the 1660/1660 Super cards, they pair very well with like 10th or 11th gen Intel if you want to go Ryzen 3000 series or above. And these cards actually do work because they don't pull a ton of power in some Optiplex systems, but you most likely will have to do some sort of SATA to Molex adapter to get that 6 or 8 pin power running. But they are very power efficient and they will work very well in a wide range of use cases.
Now the next card is going to be something like an RX 6600 XT. There's a couple of different variants. You can get the 6600 non-XT or the 6650 XT if you want to get a slight up or a slight decrease in performance for the price, but these cards are awesome because they all come with 8 gigs of GDDR6, they have plenty of display outs, and this is going to be your AAA entry-level card. So you can definitely play games like Starfield even on this card as long as you have a decent CPU to pair it with, but you are going to be a little more limited because you don't want to slap one of these into an Optiplex necessarily. You really want to have this on 10th gen Intel and up or Ryzen 3000 series or up, but this does mean you can build nice budget systems, maybe $500 to $800 with this card if you do some deal hunting. Now, if you want to spend a little more than the 6600s and you want equal performance, but you're wanting that NVIDIA counterpart, check out something like an RTX 3060 or 3060 Ti. Those are cards that they are going to cost usually upwards of $100 more, but you do get NVENC encoder, and if you get a 3060, you get 12 gigs of VRAM instead of 8, which honestly you're not really going to notice most of the time, but still pretty good cards.
Now we're stepping up to some of the newer generation of graphics cards. This one we recommend as a decent upgrade over something like the 6650 XT is the RX 7600, which is a graphics card with 8 gigs of VRAM, and the benefit of this card is it also comes with the AV1 encoder, which is the future of live streaming, being able to stream at a lower bitrate but still maintain the highest possible quality, so great for those who don't want to take up a lot of internet bandwidth. It's incredibly power efficient, just like its previous generation, like the RX 6600 and 6600 XT, and it's an awesome new card that you can get. I know a lot of you out there want to get the latest and greatest, and this is definitely a part of the new 7000 series generation of AMD GPUs, so you'll have all the cool features that come with it, and it's worth worthwhile spending a little extra money for this card versus the 6650 XT unless you're taking advantage of the used market, because at the time recording this video, 7600 is really only a good deal on the new market, and used is probably not going to be that much cheaper, but still a really awesome card for 1080p and 1440p gaming, and it'll pair very well with 12th gen i5s. You could go with like the 12600K, 12400F, 13400F, or go Ryzen 5000 series, or even a Ryzen 5 7600 and have that very special Ryzen 5 7600 and 7600 combo that we know and love.
Now, if you're wanting to go high-end, there's two cards that we really do recommend that a lot of you guys don't exactly love, and we're going to tell you why we like them. The RTX 4070 and the RTX 4070 Ti. They both come with 12 gigs of GDDR6X VRAM, and my other favorite part about them is they're very power efficient. The RTX 4070 will get you very similar performance to something like an RTX 3080 Ti, but it'll use less power, and it is just an amazing card that doesn't put out a lot of heat or anything like that, and I think often they're just as expensive as something like a 3080 Ti in the used market. Now, the 4070 Ti performs better than a 3090 Ti in most games, and it uses way less power. Kind of a less scarier card than the 3090 Ti because that thing was a absolute heat generator and it used a lot of energy. So if you pair it with the right CPUs, such as I would say Ryzen 7000 series or 12th and 13th gen Intel, I really like going with DDR5 RAM with these, you can get 1440p and even 4K level performance in esports and sometimes AAA titles with the proper CPU pairing. So get yourself at least 12th gen or 13th gen Intel, or get Ryzen 7000 series, and both of those you can get with DDR5 RAM. And the best part is you really can start off with something just like an i5, or you can go up to like an i7 or i9. Same with Ryzen. You can start with just a Ryzen 7600 even with minimal bottlenecking on those GPUs.
Now, one honorable mention we have to make is the RX 6400 low profile card. It's kind of a weird option because it really is one of the best available low profile cards that you can get. We're not talking about the 4060 low profile. That card does require external power, but this one does not require external power. So for those with Optiplex builds that just want a no headache, one upgrade in Optiplex and be able to game, the RX 6400 low profile is still the best option to use. Now, do keep in mind there are some Gen 4 limitations, so if you use it on really old Optiplexes that run in PCI 2.0, you might have a big performance loss. But considering it's the best new option right now, the RX 6400 is a good honorable mention.
Now, if you guys have watched our channel for the last 10 years, you'll know that we have benchmarked really every single GPU on the market, and we think that they are all great and special in their own ways. It's just, can you get them for the right price? There are times where certain graphics cards that are previous gen or current gen are way overpriced. So the best thing that we can recommend if you want to know what the best bang for buck cards are is go to YouTube, look up performance, look up benchmark videos. There's all kinds of benchmark videos. We actually release a lot of them on Toasty Clips and also PC Bros LLC YouTube channel. We benchmark cards multiple times a week there, and obviously here at the Toasty Bros. So you can see really every benchmark on every card at this point.
So if you guys want to buy any of the graphics cards we mentioned in today's video, check those links in the description down below. They are affiliate links. They will help us out. Let us know what your favorite budget GPU is right now going into the end of 2023 and going into 2024. And will you be building using one of the cards we recommended? Let us know in the comment section down below.
So as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other two YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey, we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
So don't forget, guys, we have a PC selling business like we said. We do use pretty much all these graphics cards here, from very low end all the way up to the top end. We got benchmarks on pretty much all of our listings as well. So if you want to see how the PC will perform, you get to look at it.
PC Bros on Tech. We sell gaming PCs, gaming laptops, and so much more. Use code ToastyBros2 and check out and save 2% of your next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.